In my last video, we went over the top 5 best spin-offs for One Piece. In this video, we were supposed to have a girlfriend reacts to a silent voice video, but I ended up getting everything edited down way too late for my editor, so instead we are going to go over the top 3 animes that I am embarrassed to have seen. The comment of the week this week is from Cyron, who, by the way, has his own YouTube channel and is the man behind most of my more recent thumbnails. So go check him out, he is linked in the description below, and his commissions are open. Remember to like, comment for a chance to be the comment of the week next week, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. And with all that out of the way, let's get into this video. Okay, so bear with me on this one because this is my first time doing a video without a script at all, and like I said, I just have to get this to my editor really fast, so it's going to be kind of quick and dirty. But my first one on the list, speaking of quick and dirty, was High School DxD, or High School Double D, or I don't know, I've actually never said this one out loud. So the way that I found this show was that I was talking to one of my coworkers, and I was like, you know, there's not really a lot of good zombie anime. And he goes, oh, well, have you seen High School DxD? And I was like, oh, no, I've never even heard of that one. And he goes, yeah, you should really watch it. It's a really, really good zombie show. And so I was like, okay, I'll check it out, man, thanks. I get home, I'm all excited because I thought that it was going to be like something totally different. And at first, I was like, okay, there's a lot of fan service in this. This isn't that weird. And then I realized, this is just a shmentai that is being disguised as an anime. This is not even an anime at this point, you know what I'm saying? So that definitely took away from me. If you know me at all, you know I'm not a huge proponent of fan service. It kind of irritates me, and it doesn't normally add anything good to the show. And I feel like this is a key example of that. Like, the storyline has so much potential to be good, but then it's kind of muddled down by, like, every time something serious starts happening, something like that has to happen, like some fan service-y crap. But yeah, also, I should mention that I haven't watched this entire show at all. I think I stopped after episode 2, so it's not like I really have much of a basis for how good the story gets at the end, or if it develops anymore. I don't think the women can literally develop anymore without dying from some sort of, you know, heart condition from having that much extra tissue on their chest. But I know that the storyline definitely had some room for development and really needed it if it was going to be anything less than just absolute crap, in my opinion. One of the reasons why I'm embarrassed about High School DxD would have to be, imagine somebody walking in on you watching that show. Like, literally anybody. Your dad, your mom, your girlfriend, your grandma. Imagine any of these people, even a friend, just a roommate. Just imagine your roommate walking in on you watching that. I mean, you gotta move out at that point. There's no coming back from that. My number 2 choice for this list is SAO, but not the entire show. I don't regret watching SAO as a whole, especially if you include Alicization, which is how I think you say it. I'm actually not 100% sure on that one either.
Alicization.
But I'm talking about this specific arc where Kirito and Asuna are in the cabin, and they're like, find Yuri or whatever her name was, because that arc, I'm so embarrassed that I ever liked that arc. I remember watching it whenever I must have been like 17. And I remember literally being like on the edge of my seat, like, oh yeah, this is a good show, da 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 da. And now I look back at it and I've watched it again since then, and I'm like, this is absolute crap. There's nothing good about this. They just like are you know, just doing everything they can just to make the love story cheaply. And in other words, they're trying not to have to add too much character development or anything to make this part of the story good. They're just trying to tug at your heartstrings pretty much as shallow as possible. So yeah, overall, I think this little section of the story is very weak, and I look back at it now and I can't believe that I ever liked it. And so that's really why I'm embarrassed about it, is I'm just embarrassed that I ever liked this. I mean, it just makes no sense to me, especially now that I've seen my number 1 choice. I now have something to compare it to as far as a romance anime goes, and so now I'm like, man, compared to that, this is like absolute trash. So my number 1 for this list is going to be a bit controversial. I'm embarrassed that I liked it because it is such a non-traditional, like, Western macho man show to like, and I guess that's kind of why I'm a little embarrassed about it. But it is the best rom-com, and pretty much the only one that I've actually watched all the way through, by the way. It's Toradora. So the reason why I'm embarrassed about this one is because the main character is so lovable, and I hate that I actually like her, because I normally am so against tsunderes. Like, whenever I see a tsundere in a show, I'm immediately like, oh, this is such a regular, like, trope that I'm so used to that it just does nothing for me. If anything, it makes me dislike the show instead of liking it. But for some reason, the way that she's pulled off in this show, Taiga, I mean, the way that she's pulled off in this show is so good. And that goes with, like, the entire show. I mean, there's a lot of characters in this show that fit a trope in anime that is way overused. But for some reason, the way that they are portrayed is unique enough to where I actually really like them as characters. yeah, that's pretty much why I like Toradora. Why I'm embarrassed that I like it is because, like I said, it's just such a. If one of my homies walked in and I was watching that, I would be devastated. I'd be like, I would immediately try to switch it to Dragon Ball Z and act like, oh yeah, that was just an ad from Funimation or something. Because like, man, you can't be caught watching that. You got to be caught watching One Piece or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess I'm just embarrassed that I liked it so much. And you know, I use embarrassed as like a hyperbolic term because I'm actually not embarrassed about it. But I just feel like I don't know, I just got a little sense of like, ooh, it's weird that I'm liking this so much whenever I was watching it, if that makes any sense. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of the video, guys. Let me know what you thought about this format of video because it was, God, so easy to make this style of video compared to my other videos, and I am coming up on getting into university again, and I'm sure that I'm going to be lacking a lot more time than I have right now, so just let me know what you think about this style of video. Again, sorry Metahulk, I got you this so late. I will try to do better next time. Anyways, look forward to the girlfriend reacts to a silent voice video coming out next week. I think it's going to be a really good video. It's going to be a little bit longer than my normal video. Like, I think this one's going to end up being like 6 or 7 minutes long, but that one should be about 20-ish minutes long, maybe a little under that, maybe a little over. So yeah, definitely look out for that one next week. Yeah, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload, and I will see you guys later. Bye.